Today we're switching out the transmission fluid of my 1963 Muncie 4-speed. That transmission is in my 1955 210 Del Rey Club Coupe. Now, as you may know, the Tri-5s generally came with a 3-speed transmission located on the steering column, 3 on the tree, and so to fit the Muncie, we've got a ground shifter here. But this car also has a gear vendor's overdrive unit. So once it's in 4th, I click this button here, and that drops into a 5th gear for cruising on the freeway. All right, so as I mentioned, this is a 1963 transmission, and that matters for us because from 63 to 70, there was no drain plug in the bottom of the transmission, so we're going to have to manually extract that fluid. And so I've got a Pittsburgh multi-use transfer pump. I think this cost me about $12 or $15, and then we're going to have to pump the new fluid back into it. So I also have a gear oil and fluid pump here. I think this was $20 at Harbor Freight. And the gear oil I wound up buying is this 1-quart version of the 20W90, but this top here doesn't fit my pump, so I've gone ahead and bought just a brand new version of this. And I'm going to pour the oil into there, and then I'm going to pump it in. This top probably would have fit a gallon of gear oil, but I didn't want to buy that. So we're gonna get the car up off the ground and take a look at the transmission. Okay, here we've got the transmission and the fill plug. We're gonna remove this and then extract the fluid. I'm just gonna put my finger in there and see how full this is. Yep, I can feel the oil. All right, let's get this out. Okay, so now we're going to weave our intake tube inside. Let's see how easy this is. Okay, now we're going to try and pump out that fluid. Alright, well that's not working. So it looks like our tube is too high and it's not dipping into the oil. So let's try and redo this. Okay, the larger tube didn't work, so now we're going to go with the smaller one. Alright, so we switched to the smaller tube, and now we've got oil coming out. Definitely. And this is what we extracted. So a lot of nasty oil. So now let's get the fresh stuff in. We've transferred our first quart of gear oil into this pump, and I'm just going to fit this inside, and we're just going to fill up the case until it begins to overflow a little bit. We'll just go till this overflows just a little bit. Okay, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, now we're gonna get the plug in and tighten it to 30 pound. Well, this project is over, and it was a success. One of the things we learned is that we definitely needed the smaller tubing to get inside the casing. The red tubing didn't work, but this worked fine. This pump that I used also worked well, and yeah, that's it.